What is going on, brother?
What's going on?
You're the new Chris today, is what I was telling you.
I'm the new Chris. Yeah. I
You
mean,
know,
I
you
hope
know.
he feels better. Obviously, he was feeling a little under the weather. Needed a night off. So.
Let me tell you what a horrible host I am, though. I didn't even put your name on anything. You're not
Oh,
in the
that's all right.
description. You're not on the thumbnail. You're not on anything.
All
Man,
good.
I am a
I can
horrible
be
friend.
a surprise. I can be a surprise.
It's exactly what it's gonna be.
Oh my gosh,
I
this is
thought about that
fun.
as the music was playing. I was like, you know what? Didn't put him anywhere, nowhere.
Oh, it's
Well, I'm
all
sorry
good. It's
about
all
that. Look,
good.
I'll give you a formal apology right now. I'm sorry about that.
No
so,
worries. No worries.
so we were talking right before we came on about the change in the Funko culture, right? And I was reading an article probably, I think it was three weeks ago or 2 weeks ago, on one of the lives, because that's what I love to do. I love to find the news, whether it's pop culture or Funko, and then I kind of read it before we do the live. It's really something that I enjoy doing, which is kind of crazy, and it catches me up with everything that's going on in Funko. And I want to say that it was 3 weeks ago. It might not have been, but Funko was sharing their first quarter. Did you see that?
I heard it. I didn't see much, but yeah, I did hear about it.
So their first quarter was it was like $68 million short. So it was $68 million, either less than what they predicted or less than what it should have been. And I don't know for sure, so don't try and quote me on which one it was. But in their first quarter, they gave the things that they plan on doing, which is odd because I can't ever think of a company that made their stuff so open. So they gave their plan to fix their deficit that they just had. And
Mm-hmm.
their plan to fix the deficit was to promote more online. So Funko had a 68% growth in their online sales versus their in-store sales. And I asked a question the other day in a group that we have, which is a really cool group. I appreciate everybody's input in the group. It's a really good idea if you don't have a group to make one so that you can kind of bounce ideas and different things off of people. But in the group, I asked the question, what do you think about the Funko hunts? Because Funko hunt videos seem to not be performing as well as they used to, and that was one of the reasons that I kind of started doing these videos, was for the hunts. Not that I'm going anywhere, because I'm not, but you made some very valid points before we came live. What are your thoughts on what is happening with the hunts?
Well, there's nothing exclusive really anymore, and the desire, the exclusivity of the exclusive is not there. So before it was always a sticker. It was, this store is only going to have that, and it's like, okay, well, the store doesn't have it, but they got it online. And now if it's not online, don't worry, Funko.com has it. It's like the Up whatever is the movie moment. It's like, all right, so store didn't have it, online had it, then it sold out. But then don't worry, because right now you can get it on Funko.com.
Right, and you're 100% correct. I mean, that is I could not have explained that any better. There's no more exclusivity. Hot Topic used to do their 5,000 piece runs. Do you remember that, where it'd be limited? I mean, Hot Topic's the only
Biggie
place I know.
Smalls,
They did
Britney
Biggie, they did Britney
Spears.
Spears, they did some other people. But even before that, Hot Topic was known for bringing in those limited runs, right? I mean, even before that group. And the last time I was in Hot Topic, I have seen the same people working at Hot Topic, which is crazy, for the past 3 or 4 years. And I made a comment to them about not having any more limited runs. And they looked at me and said, we were just talking about that the other day, on how Funko has not done any more limited runs with them in a really long time. And because of all of those reasons that you said, and the fact that nothing's limited anymore, people
And
just
the shelves are different. Normally it was like from top to bottom, multiple back Funkos, and now it's half that,
half that.
if not less.
Right. So it's half the inventory that you used to get. None of them are super exclusive. So I did the Dumbo video, which I'm gonna post them whether it's a fail or not. And I know there was a lot of people that got a good laugh out of that because it was a fail. But I believe in being really real with everyone. But the flip side of that was, when I came home, I flipped up my laptop and I ordered my Dumbo right off their website. I mean, so I missed it in the store, but I didn't miss it online. and
And if
it's
you miss it online, don't worry, because now a lot of the exclusives, they go to Funko.com, whether it
that's
be Target, Walmart, overseas. You don't know what sticker you're going to get, but you'll get that exclusive.
1,000%. So let's say that I didn't get it. I didn't get it off Hot Topics website. If I wait a month, it'll be on Funko.com.
If not less.
If not less, for sure. Right? If not less, it will be on Funko.com. So how have you been doing? I see that you got your Cal Supreme hat on. I
Yes.
don't think a lot of people know that you're as diverse as you are when it comes
I mean,
to
Supreme
the
came like I'm not a skateboard thing. It's not. It's never.
does it have
I
to
don't
be
wear the clothes, but I like the hat. My son was always into it, and they drop stuff every Thursday, and it's like how Funko used to be. I was like, oh, 11 o'clock, we got to be on Supreme.com. Refresh, refresh. All right, got to get this size, put in the cart. All right, I got to check out now so these don't sell out. It's still sort of like that. So he was into it. And then I just like, I don't like the clothes, but I like the hats. So I have, wow, I don't know, 20, 25 of Supreme hats, all
how many
different. And I'll
how
switch them in videos, and I'll go to my hats sometimes. I'll go to baseball hats. I have a couple other ones over there too, but I have a lot of Supreme.
how many pair of shoes do you have?
So it depends. Ones I'll wear, or ones I don't, because there's some I will
All of
never
them.
wear.
All of them together.
I'm probably all together with sandals and sneakers and things like that. I'm probably close to 100.
Close to 100 pair.
If not, maybe a little over. I have them in the
So I
closet. I have them on the floor of my closet. I have them. I have some in the basement, and then I have some in sneaker containers that I keep in the garage that are my like wears. So
just
I get
wow.
dressed in the morning. I get up very early. I get dressed. I go out there, and then I just sort of sit there for a minute or two at this wall of sneaker drop front canisters, and I'm just all right. Maybe I'll go with this one or this one. Then I have a cabinet that opens up that I have more in there. So I don't wear the same shoe. I could probably say I don't wear the same shoe to back days. I probably don't even wear the same shoe in a week. I don't wear something twice.
All right.
And there's
So
some I wear literally 1 to 2 times a year. That's it, 1 or 2 times a year.
so I think, and I'm gonna ballpark it because I haven't counted since I bought a few new pair. I should be around 23 or 25 pairs of shoes. 23 or 25. And the people in my household think that I have a lot of shoes. So I appreciate you saying that out loud, because later I'm gonna take this live. I'm gonna go sit in my chair beside my wife,
So,
and
I mean, but we're
and I'm gonna
talking.
say,
I have Doc Martin boots. I have like NFL. I have Goonies Doc Martin boots. I have, and this is like how anal I get. I have a sandals I like, and I bought like 5 pairs, and I rotate them on a year. So the first ones I'll wear only in the house. Like in the summer, I won't wear slippers, but so summer I wear sandals only in the house. I don't go out with them, but I have an outside pair that I'll wear out, whether it's going to get gas in the car or something like that. And then I rotate them, and I do the same thing with in the winter. I flip over to sandals, like slippers, and I have
I
an indoor pair and an outdoor pair.
I do the same thing. So I have I actually have some what are those things called? Um
Hugs.
the foam runners,
Oh yeah,
Yeezys.
yeah, yep.
I actually have some Yeezy foam runners that I actually wear. You should see the look on people's face when you like walk by them with Yeezys on. 'Cause the first question is if they don't know what they are. They're like,
Yep.
"What kind of alien thing do you have on your feet?" The second thing is if people know what they are, they're like, "I can't even believe those are on your feet." So, but they clean really well. So if you ever
They
do
do,
decide,
and
they
they're
do.
comfy. They're
They
comfy.
really clean well. They really are comfortable.
Yeah.
Um, let's hit that chat up real quick. I see that we got a lot of cool people in there. Chase did his 27th month membership. He says he was basically saying hi to you. I can't believe that I've had a channel membership for 27 months. Chase, I truly appreciate you, brother, for
Hail
being a
to the
member of the
kingdom.
channel. That's right. Hail to the kingdom. We've had Chase in the house, Dead Zone Citizen, Mrs. Payne, which is always in the house. Zach Bonifer, how are you doing today, brother? I think that that's everybody who has commented at this moment. Quick draw, what is going on? Who is Dan? I see that everybody keeps saying hey to Dan. I'm curious as to who Dan is. Is Dan Quick Draw? Do you know
Yes.
that Dan is Quick Draw?
Yes.
So him and Dead Zone have something going on, right? I'm in
You
Dead
never
Zone.
know it with them.
I think they do. They have something going on. He's gonna have to throw a comment. So Dead Zone says he has 7 pair. I'm glad that I'm not completely crazy because everything you said is the same thing I do. My summer shoes get all put away in the
Yep.
winter. I have my Timberlands and all of that come out in the winter because we get god awful amounts of snow. So I got to have some kind of a boot that I can put on my feet, and I just prefer Timberlands when it comes to that. The summer is I pull out Yeezys and different slides.
And
Crocs.
I wear different. There's certain shoes I won't wear with shorts, but I will with jeans. So some
Yep.
get retired in the
Same
summer,
thing.
and then
Same thing.
there's others that there's literally one pair of shoes. I mean, there's probably a couple, but there's like one or two pair of shoes that I only wear when I wear a certain outfit. So I'll wear that. Like I have a Phillies Mike Schmidt jersey, and with those I wear these Phillies inspired Allen Iverson sneakers. It's the
Look at
only
you,
Reebok
just
I have, and the only time I wear it.
you making me feel normal. Because
But
I
it's the culture that I grew up in since I was. I mean, my goodness. I think for me, it started in like fifth, sixth grade with
so I don't
Jordans,
have
and then it just went more.
I don't have any cowboy boots, Chase. I'm strictly against cowboy boots.
Yeah, I don't
So
wear cowboy boots.
but I have shoes that I won't wear with certain outfits, and I try and
Yep.
match the color of my shoes to every outfit. So I have my shoes that I know match my shirt, which is the way that I was always taught: is that the shoe
Mhm.
matches the shirt, the pants match the hat. If you're going to wear a hat, that's how it's supposed to go down.
Mhm.
Um, and then I won't wear boot cut jeans unless I'm wearing boots. If I have
That's
on
cool.
boot cut jeans, and boot cut jeans are supposed to have boots on them, and if I have skinny jeans on, then I can wear shell toes and
Mhm.
different things of that effect. But you cannot wear shell toes with boot cut jeans if that
No,
makes
doesn't
any
work.
sense at all. If that makes any sense at all. So you make me feel normal. This is okay. I'm I'm feeling
And then
normal
it's
today.
always looking to see what is the next one. You know, I'm very picky with them, and some I get that I'll never wear. They're like art to me. But I haven't been excited about a shoe so far.
I
This summer, there's not one that's.
I
I
am
don't see myself
excited
buying
about a
one
shoe.
until September.
So I am excited about a shoe that'll be coming out this year. I want the What the Lobsters. I
Ooh,
I want
okay.
the What the Lobsters bad. Like I'm going to, if I don't stand in front of a what is it, Locker Zone? What do they
Foot
call Foot
Locker.
Locker? If I don't stand in front of a Foot Locker when it opens to get a pair, I'm going to try and get them offline. I want the What the Lobsters something serious, and I don't want the knockoffs, and I don't want to have to pay like scalper fees for them because a lot of people don't know this, but like a lot of the stuff we see in Funko with people buying and reselling, people have been doing in tennis
Oh
shoes
my
for
goodness.
for a
Years.
long
There's
time.
people that have died in lines waiting for sneakers. It's
The
not as bad as
bots
it used to be, but the bots started really with sneakers.
with sneakers. They were made for the sneakers. I mean, bots were brought in for sneakers. I mean, so a lot of people don't know that, but there's the shoes have started a lot of the pop culture stuff that you see
Started in
today.
shoes, and then it went to, then it went to like, handbags and perfumes, and eventually made its way to toys at Christmas time to Funko. Yeah.
100%. So a lot of people don't know that. So I thought that we would share that. There's a lot of really cool things going on with Funko today, and Funko always seems like they're feast or famine, and I don't really know how I feel about that most days. I think that Funko shouldn't be so feast or famine, but they are very feast or famine. You either get
They have
lots
some
of
good stuff. We saw what would we Yellowstone release
yes,
the other
yes.
day. You
So
had the exclusive, and then the whole. It was weird. Funko had everyone but one. They didn't
we,
have the daughter for
we
whatever reason.
have all kinds of crazy stuff that I'm going to talk about today with you. That's why they're called the sneaker bots. 100% dead zone. That is
Yeah,
100% what's going on.
but they were
Um,
made.
they were made for the sneakers. So there's a lot of things going on, and I don't know if you have anybody in your family that's into Harry Potter. Harry Potter in my house has a cult like following. It's kind of
It's
weird.
not is like my daughter has watched it, my son has watched it, but they're not. My daughter has a friend that loves it. I mean, to death, but she is not. Yeah, not huge on it.
Well, I have a daughter that would probably fight you over like Harry Potter. I mean, she's watched every one of them probably 50 times. She dresses up as Harry Potter characters for Halloween. She knows all of
I've
their
been to the theater on opening night for every Harry Potter film.
So that's pretty awesome. So my daughter is probably like the JKL of Harry Potter. She'd be like, "No, no, 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 no. This character was in this movie, in this place, and in this scene," and you're like, "I don't know how you know that, nor do I care." I mean, it's like, stop.
And they have their own, there's the Funko world and there is actually a Harry Potter world.
Yes.
And it's,
So
yeah,
have you seen, this is like the third one that they've come out with, the art cover. This is the
I've
Hufflepuff.
seen them.
This is of the houses, so they're doing each one of the houses that Harry Potter had, which was the suit of armor. I think that this was a really cool idea.
I like it.
I think that these are going to be successful. Now, I don't
I
know
think
if
you'll have some that'll be more successful than others, but yes.
100%. Yes, 100%. That's most likely reality. Some of them will be way more successful than others, but I think that this was a great idea. The idea behind this was a good idea, and I think that a lot of people that collect these won't necessarily be Funko Pop collectors. These
No.
will be like my daughter that doesn't care anything about a Funko Pop, but wants to have
This
all of
will
that.
appeal to the Harry
Right.
Potter people for sure.
100%. So this one's pretty cool. And then I want to talk about this a little bit because I think this is a subject that a lot of us have just kind of like skipped over. But let's bring this one in first. Have you seen the 3,000, or is it 4,000? This 4,000, the 4,000 limited edition BB-8 Pride mini backpack.
I did see it. Yes, I think I saw it. Whether it was today or yesterday.
What do you think about it?
It's not for me.
Right.
Not my thing. I don't know. I find it's weak. All right, let's Pride, then we'll put rainbows. All right, Valentine's Day, let's make it pink. It's cool. There's some Loungefly bags I do like. This one for me would be a no. But yeah,
What you're saying is you don't get behind the gimmick side of it. You
no, I
don't.
don't like the game. I don't. It was never meant to be what you make it. You're just trying to exploit. Whether it's Pride Month, whether it's Valentine's Day or Christmas with the gingerbread people, the characters aren't meant to be that.
Right,
That's
100%.
my opinion.
I can get behind that. So when this thing was first advertised, it was advertised at $60. A lot of the leaks, anyways, were advertised at $60.
That's a fierce price.
I could have swore that I got on this site and I looked at this earlier and it said $60, but don't quote me on that. I know that if you go to Johnny Funko's diss tracker, if you go over there to see Johnny Funko at diss tracker, that diss tracker has this like leaked at $60. It's $60. I didn't think it was a bad price. And I didn't think it was a bad product. Now I kind of get behind some of the Pride Month stuff, even though it's not. How do I say this? How do I say this in a way that doesn't sound offensive to anyone? I love all of the Pride Month stuff just because it's a rainbow. There's
Yep.
no other deeper meaning behind it for me other than
Yep.
the fact that it's a rainbow. So I love all of the Pride Month stuff. I would possibly buy this one, but I wouldn't buy it at $120, and I
No, I
wouldn't buy
think
it
that
with
might
that.
be the highest Loungefly pop combo maybe there has ever been. At least the regular bag like that.
That's a very salty bag. I mean, that is.
I think normally a backpack like that is normally $70 to $80, and then a $15 Funko Pop. I mean, 90, 100 would be, and that's not a special one. That's not like it doesn't light up. It doesn't have like character, big huge graphics. It's just like they throw the graphic on a regular bag.
Yeah, I mean, they just changed the colors of the graphics and put them on a regular bag. I at $60, I was on the fence. Funko's been doing this to me a lot lately. So at $60, I was on the fence. I was like, maybe I'll get it, but if not really, I'll probably let everyone else get it. And at $60, if maybe there's one left there in a couple of days, I might buy it, right?
And they say 4,000 piece. I think that they split it between Funko and Loungefly, both sites.
Is that how they do that? When they
Because
do
it'll
the
release on
exclusives?
Loungefly at the same time, and they split it up, or who knows? Maybe it's, you never know. It's Funko. Maybe 4,000 Funko, 4,000 Loungefly, and you just never know.
You really never know anymore with Funko, and that's kind of like one of the sad things is that you don't even really know if it's 4,000 pieces.
Well, you look at take the Biggie Smalls Hot Topic exclusive, which was what, 5,000 pieces here.
Yes, 5,000 pieces.
Overseas, not
It
limited.
wasn't limited at all. Not even a little bit. And that was one of the most disappointing moments when somebody pointed out to me that I could go on to Aussie Man. Is that the
Yeah,
site?
oh, yeah, there's a couple sites that yeah.
Aussie Man is what I want to say that is. Everybody said go to Aussie Man, you can buy it. It's not limited. And I went over there and sure enough,
Same
you could buy it. It wasn't limited. The only difference was it did say 5,000 pieces and it did say Hot Topic exclusive. I was rather disappointed in that because I could buy one off of their site, take a Topic sticker off any Hot
Mhm.
Topic pop, put it on there, and just say that it didn't have the 5,000 piece sticker. I mean, for some whatever reason it didn't have it. I picked it up
Yep.
and it didn't have it. I mean, no one would really know, and that's kind of the I don't know. I hate it when Funko does
It's
stuff
hard to
like
say
that.
with this one. This one almost looks like, they're weird with their sticker, so maybe it'll be on the sticker, but it looks like it doesn't even have it on the sticker.
Candyman wants to know if you picked up any of the NFTs today. Did you pick up any of the NFTs today?
I did buy a few packs, and
Oh,
I almost completed a royalty set. Yes.
oh, that's pretty awesome. Did you get any? You want to tell us? Did you get any cool pulls out of there?
No, it was I got 4 packs and didn't hit any legendaries,
Oh,
no redeemables, but I had a good bit of the set, and it was actually very cheap. So
hey,
legendaries were like or epics were $5 or $6. Most of them were like a penny to 2 pennies. So I think I'm 2 epics away from completing a royalty set to have the Freddie Funko as Ed Sheeran
all
or
right. So so
Jim Gordon.
so you didn't the legendaries are redeemables, right?
Didn't hit any of those. No,
The grails are redeemables, right?
the Grail, yeah, the
So
legendaries and Grails are all redeemable.
so I had a friend today who bought 2 packs. That was all of the redeemables in his 2 packs.
Hey, that's not bad.
That's what it was. One grail, 2 legendaries.
You
I was
can't
like,
beat that.
I was like, are you serious? I've never had any luck with any of them. He was like, yeah. I was like,
It's hit or miss, and this one you just never know.
well, I was actually told, and maybe you can like tell me if you've heard any different. I was actually told that the packs change.
Hmm.
So the
Until you open it, it really doesn't mean
yeah.
like that number of the pack. It's not predetermined what's in your pack until you hit the open, and then it's the algorithm from drop sends what's in it, and that's how it works.
I don't know what I think about that. Because I was told that if you bought one off of someone instead of buying it from the actual like the atomic site or whatever site it is that's doing it right now, Dip. If instead of
Hmm.
buying it from Dip, if you bought it from somebody else,
Drop, yeah, drop sells it.
the odds of you getting a redeemable pop were exponentially higher than if you bought it from
I mean, they
Drop.
can tell if it changes hands and stuff. They could tell, but in the end, it's you hit open, it sends a code, lightning fast, and until you hit that open, who knows how it determines, but that's how it is. It's not
I
predetermined what's in a pack.
Little Monster, how are you doing today? I see Candyman has joined us. What is going on, guys? It's good to see y'all in the house. Um, Quick Draw says that he wouldn't pay $5 for the BB-8.
I
Anyways,
love Pride. I think it's a great. We actually have a Pride committee where I work.
right,
It's a big thing, but I don't like the gimmicky. It's kind of exploiting
it is
what it is.
100%. It is, and you're right. They didn't put any kind of a limited
No.
number
But
sticker on this.
if you put made a Pride pop of something that makes more sense, I like it.
All right, so I have a question for you.
Hmm.
Can the bag be limited, but not the pop?
So I think they do it as a combo. So technically, there's only 4,000 combos. So 4,000 bags and pops by themselves. But I've never. I That's not true. I have seen Loungefly put on tags numbered.
Yeah. So the
Not
pop itself
often.
doesn't. The
Not
pop
often.
itself doesn't have any number on it, which is kind of strange because any
As you see it, but you never know. They might hide it underneath that exclusive, like they did with the Pringles guy, and you don't know
maybe
until you get it.
maybe that's what they're doing. I don't know. I don't really appreciate Funko like playing the games that they play like a lot of times with us. I think that some of them are played on purpose.
Oh yeah,
So,
absolutely. They are.
but I'm curious now. if this pop is not limited, but the bag is, because it doesn't say that. I was just kind of quickly going over the verbiage there to see if it says. It doesn't say if the actual pop is limited. It just kind of tells you that it's a 4,000 limited piece.
They might just say it's a 4,000
Limit.
piece combo, but there's no number. So how will you ever truly know?
Right, but it says 4,000 limited edition Loungefly accessories.
Hmm.
It says nothing. That's, I kind of like went over the verbiage real quick, right, to just like see if it said anything. And it says this exclusive bundle includes a diamond collected variant bobblehead BB-8, rainbow marking. Act fast. This collection, it says act fast to the collection. This 4,000 piece limited edition Loungefly accessory. Supplies are limited, so it doesn't actually like say in the verbiage if BB-8 is limited. I bet people lose their minds if BB-8's not limited. If BB-8's not limited, people will lose their shit. Speaking of not limited, did you pick up? Let me get this real quick. Did you pick up this one?
No. Now I
So,
get where people are saying it's a $65 pop, and yeah, I think before they did this,
it was.
I wouldn't pay. I mean, that's what a PPG was. Now it's going to
Maybe.
go down. It's going to
Yeah.
tank. I wouldn't say the box is a total inventory dump, but it's stuff
It
that
was.
hasn't sold.
It was 100% an inventory dump.
Well, they all are. They love it because, all right, we're going to give you $50. We're going to get rid of this inventory, and we're going to sell it off of this pop being worth $65.
So
And
so
I think we
how did
got
they
two more
still
Funko
have
Shop exclusives with it.
how did they still have this pop sitting in their
Oh, I'm sure
warehouse?
they had whether they had some in a warehouse that they didn't know about, or it didn't ship out, or whoever the shared sticker went to didn't, maybe they returned them, maybe they didn't buy it, who knows? It's one of those things, I'm sure. So this was a way of saying, you know what, let's do this. And how many were there? You got rid of, I think, DJ Khaled.
So the ones
Whitney
I seen,
Houston.
the ones I seen were DJ Khaled. They had Eazy-E. They had Whitney Houston. Some other ones that just never sold. I mean, the ones that have just been sitting on the
I
site.
think you got 3 with Biggie. I think there were 4 exclusives
Yeah,
and 2
yeah.
commons.
There was quite a few of them, but they were all exclusives that just weren't selling. I mean, they were the ones that have just been sitting on their site forever and just weren't selling. So
But if you want them and you don't have them, then $50, sure, that's not a bad deal.
yeah, $50 is not a terrible deal with it.
Mhm.
But here's my problem with the box. So Funko did the first box that got me, which was the Cyber Monday. I think
This
they
past year?
yeah, this past year they did the Cyber
Yeah,
Monday, which is garbage. It
that
was a
was a
product
fierce
dump.
one.
It was a product dump. They dumped it on us,
Mhm.
which was not historically the truth, because in 2019 I did the same box, which was the one that came with their special stickers. They had
Yep. The Christmas.
Frank
Yep.
Frankenberry. Frankenberry was in it. Had some really awesome pops
They haven't
inside it.
done that one, I think, since the one where
2019.
you got the 10-inch Frankenberry in it.
Frankenberry.
That was
That was the one I did, was with Frankenberry. That's the last one they did. I thought that was an amazing box. It was a little pricey. It was like $110. That was what got me hooked on the Funko boxes. And then the what is it, the
Fun
Friday
days.
Fun Days. That's another mystery box that I encourage everybody to go after. Um, but those are the ones that made me try the last Cyber Monday. The Cyber whatever day it is. They got me on that one. Then they did that, not this one, the one before this.
The Venom.
They did with the Venom. I picked that one up, and it was another product dump. And I said, okay, you got me twice now. You won't get
Oh,
me
don't worry, they're going to
twice.
go again, because the Freddy Funko birthday
I
anniversary one is going to
I
be the
don't care.
same.
Don't care. It's none of those Freddy Funkos have ever been that popular to begin with. They've done the ski Freddy, the birthday Freddys,
And they're not limited. There's no exclusivity to it. They're very easy to get, and it's they think in their back of their mind, and I'm sure they did with the Christmas one. It's like, all right, we're going to give you a Christmas Freddy.
I mean,
but you got to buy this box. But you're going to buy the box for the Christmas Freddy, and we can dump a lot of our excess inventory on you.
as a matter of fact, I bought some of the Freddys just to take their heads off. And I head harvested the Freddys to
Little
make my
basketball
own
Freddy.
Boba Fett,
I
because
like that.
I didn't have Funko Freddy as Boba Fett. Now it's the wrong hair color, and some people are going to tell me it's the wrong color crown, but I didn't have it. I'm not buying a $10,000 Boba
Oh
Fett
yeah, you
Funko
don't want that.
Freddy. So
No.
I head harvested some of the basketball Freddys to make my own Funko Freddy as Boba Fett, because remember they dropped the OG Boba Fett again
Mm-hmm.
at some point there. So they gave me everything to do it. That's the only reason that I would go after any of those, is to head harvest them. I mean, there's no other reason to do it. I mean, I would like a Venom is Funko Freddy and a few other ones. So the only reason that I would ever do that is to head harvest them. But I don't. These boxes would be 1,000 times better if they were honestly planned out. If
Oh,
if
absolutely.
if these boxes were honestly planned out. So if they
And
honestly,
the Christmas boxes before that last box was individual, so it was like whatever days of Christmas. So at this day at this time they release a special Christmas pop
yep,
at Icons movies, and they haven't done those in many years, but that was a great idea.
they for some reason I feel like every time Funko has like this great like thing that's going for them, they somehow find a way to mess it up. And
Mhm.
I don't really understand, but I won't buy this one or any other mystery box until they quit doing the product dumps. I
No,
will.
and I think that's all that their mystery boxes are, and people still buy them, and they'll still do it, and it dumps their inventory.
Well, this makes sense to me. If I was a reseller, this would make some kind of a sense to me to buy this one, sell him for 50 bucks, then just sell the rest of them off for whatever I could get for them, five,
Only
ten
problem
bucks a
is
piece.
now everyone's going to do it and probably take this $60 pop down to,
40, 30.
man, we might hit 20, 25 on it.
20. I mean, it's going to come down fast, and that's the problem with the restocks that people don't really realize, is that every time they restock something, the value of it goes down a little bit more and more. Look at Tex in the house. He said that he might pop in for a minute, but he's gonna throw that one in here. Look, I got to do this one real quick just because I haven't done
Boom.
this in a long time. I got to hit the smoky real fast.
That's some serious shit. You lucky you my boy.
Wow, so I had to do that one. Truly appreciate you, brother. We hope you get feeling better soon. He
Feel better, my friend. Feel better.
tooth. We've all had teeth problem. When you start having like, it's the worst pain in the world. I don't know what it is about your mouth getting messed up, but when your mouth is messed up,
It's
it,
not good.
it's the worst feeling on the planet. But I wanted to bring that one up and talk about that for a minute, because I haven't seen a lot of people that are actually buying these. I've seen a lot
I've
of
seen
people
a
that
couple
have.
of people open them, whether it be from Funko Hollywood or whatever. But yeah, it's probably going to be the same pops. I would be surprised if it's any different.
I'm 100% with you. I don't think anything's going to change when it comes to these. Have you bought any of the minis yet? I know Chase is like all about the minis. Have you bought any of the minis yet?
I do get some minis. Are we talking? Oh,
The
the
biddies?
biddies.
The biddies?
I
Have you bought
have
any of these
tried
biddies yet?
them, and I've opened them, and I've looked at them, and now I'm done with them.
So the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle biddies have come out. Have you seen these?
I've not seen any live, but yeah, I mean that's cool.
So they're I don't know. I
It's
have
niche.
mixed.
It's niche. I mean,
I have
I like
it's
how they
very.
designed it. I like the way they look. I think it's kind of cool, but it's very niche, and it's not something that's gonna have longevity in my mind. I think it's maybe Funko Gold, maybe Dorbs type thing, where they're gonna do a couple runs, and then these things are gonna sit, and then it's over with.
So I think that you're right, but I think that they know that, so they've been pulling out
Oh,
the heavy
absolutely.
hitters, right? They've
Oh
been
yeah.
pulling out the big sellers right off the
Let's do
jump.
Harry Potter, Disney, Star
Yes,
Wars. Let's do Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. If they
yes.
could do add icons, that would be good, but I don't know if they'll do that.
Do you think ad icons are dead? Oh, let's talk about this for a minute.
I
That's
think Funko
interesting.
has killed add icons because you
Do
took
you
away the exclusivity of it.
2019 to 2020, ad icons were hitting. Ad icons were hitting on a
Absolutely.
real level. They came out with every ad icon. I probably have 100 ad icons from here all the way down to the wall,
But there's
just on
only
the top of my
so
shelf.
many you can do. And then they ran, I think, into the problem with what do we do? Let's go McDonald's chicken nuggets and McDonald's crazy. And they did. And that's what killed it for me.
Not just that, so they did Chester cheese in glow,
Oh,
they did
so many
Chester cheese
variants.
in diamond, they did Chester
Block,
cheese in regular, they
diamond,
did Chester cheese
glow.
in block. They killed
And then
poor
we're
old
like,
Chester.
don't worry, we're gonna hit you with jalapeno Chester cheetah.
Chester, yeah, don't worry, that was coming next. They did Chester cheese,
Don't
and then
worry,
they
we
did the
haven't
same
got
thing.
flaming hot yet.
Tony the
Keep
Tiger, same thing,
flaming
Tony the
hot.
Tiger. They were like, "You need this Tony the Tiger, you need that Tony the Tiger, you need the old
Let's do
school
Tony
Tony."
Tiger Jr. And you're
Yes.
thinking, who the heck is Tony Tiger Jr.?
So they did the same thing with Tony. 7-Eleven. Do you remember the 7-Eleven, the Slurps? Who
Which is
would
another
ever?
one which it veered the line of, is it a foodie? Is it, they didn't put
Is it,
out
yeah.
icons on
Is it
some of them.
really?
Is it a foodie? Is
Yeah.
it, what is it?
Is
Cereal
it really?
boxes, put arms and legs on a cereal box, and yeah.
So check it out. They came out with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I'm not hating these, to be completely honest. I'm not
No,
like,
it's iconic characters that people love, and that's a nice. People will go for that.
I don't like the mystery side of it. This is kind of where they lose me. If they would just sell me 4 of them and I knew what 4 they were, and then I could buy another pack and that pack had 4, and
Mhm.
I could buy another pack and that pack had 4, and I could do it that way, then I could probably get further
Make
behind.
it so you have to go buy them all. It's not a mystery, because then that it does nothing but piss people off.
Yeah,
Because
well,
you
what
end up with
happened?
duplicates, and then
Yes,
what?
that's right. And so the problem with ending up in duplicates with stuff like this is, unless there's somebody in your area or you're involved in
Yeah,
a really
you're
big
not
community,
flipping this bad boy.
you're not flipping it. You're never going to trade it. It's going to cost you a stupid amount of money to ship it. It's one of those things. I mean, you're looking at $8 to ship it right off the jump. The post office is lost their mind when it comes to shipping things anymore. So it's they ventured into the world of the same thing as the minis.
Yeah.
I'm not into the minis because I can't I you can only trade with so many people before you're
Certain ones I like, but it's got to be a genre like Stranger Things or something like that. Or, I did the ad icon ones. Stranger Things I'll do here and there, but that's it. They're more like fun things.
right. It's to bring a little smile to your face, right? I mean,
Mhm.
it's like, let me open this one to see what it is, right? Just a little smile, and then I'll put it on my shelf, and that's where to sit. I just
It's a display item.
Right. I just can't get behind these. These to me are appealing to. Do you have any mini brands collectors in your house?
No.
So I have a daughter that's also into mini brands, and those mini brands are these little bitty, like, little bitty brands of products that are the tiniest of tiny little things.
All right.
Actually looks like the product. You would be shocked at, like, how much they look like the product. Like, it's a real cereal box. It's only a half an inch in size, right? This is what they were appealing to. They were appealing to the mini brands collectors. They were appealing to the people who like tiny things, and maybe even they were appealing to people that live, like, in New York, that really probably have a small place,
Yeah. Yeah.
collect maybe a big pop, so they make these itty bitties, right? So that they could
I
display
think
these.
they're cool, but they're gonna run sooner or later. They'll run out. Like, they've blown their wad heavy with Star Wars and Disney and Harry Potter and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, where it's like, and Batman, DC. Maybe you got Marvel in you. Maybe you could squeeze out an ad icons, but at that point, then I think you're done.
Yeah, I think you're right, but they're cool all the same. I seen the turtle ones, and I thought, well, we should probably talk about it because
They're
I seen
cool.
that one pop up today. They're pretty cool. I
If you've
there's
never held one or touched it and seen it, I'd get one. It's inexpensive,
I
but
like the Master Splinter. That's probably my favorite one.
it's
Or
cool.
I didn't see if they had any foot soldiers, but maybe I would take a foot soldier. Tilts, what is up? It's good to see you in the house. I would take maybe a foot soldier or two, but I don't think they ever make the foot soldiers when it comes to the
Mm,
turtles. I don't think that I've ever seen the foot soldiers made in anything, which to me is just kind of weird that we don't see. We always see Bebop and Rocksteady. We never actually see
nope.
the foot soldiers, which is just kind of weird because they played a much bigger role than Bebop and Rocksteady in a lot of their stuff, and it looks like they're coming out with the Disney princesses
Oh
too.
yeah, yeah,
I mean, so
absolutely.
we've got to, like, keep stomping the Disney into the ground. This being the 100th year of Disney, what is Disney going to do next year?
I don't know. I'm sure there's going to be something that's an anniversary, whether it be a movie that's celebrating 20 or 25 or 30 years, something like that you could do.
Did you know that this is Asian Heritage Month?
I didn't.
You didn't know? I didn't either
I didn't
until
know that.
today. I was looking at pop culture.
It's always something, it's always some day. It's donut day, it's nurses day, it's neighbors day, it's best
Pizza
friend,
day,
it's always something.
best friend day, neighbors day,
Absolutely. It's something.
weight lift day. What if we got like a bro day? Like today's a bro day. Today's your bro day.
It's bro day.
So recently, Funko and Snoop did their collaboration. Did you see any of that? They did the doghouse.
I did.
So
I liked it.
so recently on the
I think it's
doghouse,
still like open. I don't think it's
it is.
closed.
It's 100% still open. So recently somebody vandalized the doghouse. It's in Inglewood, so let's be honest with everybody. The fact that it's in Inglewood already like tells you that it's not in the best part of the world. I mean, it's
Yep.
right off the jump, right? That's the one thing that it has going against it. But on the outside of this building, they have Snoop dressed in his blue bandana Crip outfit, right? I mean, we all know that I guess at some point he was supposed to be a Crip. I don't know what the facts or knowledge of that is, so don't scalp me in the comments
Yep.
if that's true or not true. I don't really know. I just know the outside of the building, they have him in an all blue, they said it, not me, Crip's outfit, which has got the blue bandana and all of that. Somebody then came in and vandalized it, as you can see on the right of that picture. Somebody then came in and vandalized it and painted him all red. I'm just going to assume that means that it's Bloods. I don't really care. Just throwing that out there. I live in rural nowhere. Don't really care, right? I live in the middle of nowhere. Don't really care. Don't get behind any of that. But I wanted to bring this up because this is one of those. I think that this is something that we should discuss because maybe it's not that common anymore because common sense just doesn't seem to be that common. If I was a businessman and I was going to open up a store, I wouldn't put something on the store that would offend or would maybe run off customers
True.
based on it, whether it's an offensive thing or not, based on an outfit that I put on a fake me. What do you think? What is your take on that?
I would say so. I mean, I don't know LA like that to know this or that. I mean, that's sort of, I could see why they put him in his blue because that's sort of the iconic outfit from the Super Bowl. I get it. Yeah, you're not going to appeal to everyone. And I know it's a building that's got a lot of traffic. I know there were people out visiting LA for like WrestleMania and they made it a point to go to that building and see it and buy some items from it. So I don't know the area that well, but obviously, you have the Bloods and Crips and everything like that out there. It's a different culture, different world.
Right. It's 100% a different culture that I would stay a
If you're
million
going to
miles.
open a store, though, you probably should know your audience.
Yeah.
And try to appeal to them as best you can.
Right. And so that's kind of what I guess what I was trying to say is I wouldn't put something on my building that would maybe offend somebody.
No,
And I guess that I feel like they had to know that was going to be
at
offensive
least a
to
possibility of something that could happen.
right,
Yeah.
right. And so I seen this and I thought, man, why would is Snoop being a businessman, right? Let's be honest. Snoop's a businessman. He's a very successful businessman. Him and Martha Stewart, I think, make the best like couple
Oh,
on the
absolutely.
planet. I don't think that anyone ever could have put two people together that could draw the crowd that those two can draw.
For sure.
Why would you put yourself out there like that? Why wouldn't you just put yourself in a Steelers jersey, a Lakers jersey, a something that even if someone said, well, that's a gang related, just be like, I don't know what's gang related about Lakers, but if you say so, you know what I mean? Why would you put yourself? I just, for the life of me, I seen this article today and I thought, man, why? What was the idea behind it? Like, what was it that made that even appealing to do?
Yeah.
I don't know. I know that Inglewood is probably not the best place on the planet just because of the rap songs, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't think I am though. They cleaned it up though. They show the workers coming in cleaning it up immediately. I don't really know if you can see it, but there's some kind of like graffiti. Like I don't really know. There's
Yeah, around
graffiti
it.
on the
Yeah.
wall. Yeah, there's some kind of graffiti and all on it. But I seen that today, and I thought just I don't really know what the point was behind putting that on there, but whatever the point was, I wouldn't have done it. I feel like it was in bad taste. I also feel like
Oh yeah.
vandalizing somebody's property is in bad taste. So I'm at that point where I'm like, two wrongs don't make it right. But on the same side, I'm like, man, I just wouldn't have put myself out there like that.
No,
It
no.
just it just simply would not have happened. Even if at some point in my life I was associated with that, I wouldn't have put it on a building so that somebody could take it the wrong way and then, do that kind of nonsense to my building. Have you seen the Guardians of the Galaxy 3?
I have not. It's on my list, and it might be this week or this weekend when I go see it. I've heard different things about it. I've heard mixed reviews. Some
What do you
people
mean?
are like, all right, because obviously it's the end. They're not. A lot of these stars said they're not going to make any more. Their contracts are up. Majority of the cast. So I've had some people who liked it, some people who didn't, and then some people were in the between where like, it was okay. So hopefully this week. Last week was Fast and Furious. That was high on my list. So
You still watch Fast and the Furious?
I do.
I haven't watched any of the Fast and the Furious since like the third one.
I've watched them. It's like Harry Potter. I've seen them all on opening day or opening night, and yeah. So this is the end, but what part? It's going to be Fast and Furious 10 Part 2, maybe even Part 3, and then maybe it's over.
I heard some rumors that Vin Diesel was just awful to work for.
He has some. Well, I think if he likes you, it's all good. If he has issues with you and you have issues back, like him and The Rock obviously have.
That's where I heard that. The Rock said he shows up 30, 45 minutes late. The Rock blasted him. I'm sure you heard all of it too.
The Rock blasted him for the movies they did, and then I think Rock said he'd never do another one, and Vin Diesel said he'll never do another one. Now, I think in the end, no spoiler, but I think a lot of rumors are out there that cooler heads and business people have prevailed in that one.
They prevailed on that one. They persuaded them otherwise. It's funny
Not
how that
yet,
works.
but obviously, if you've seen the movie or you've heard the rumors, yes, he does make a cameo type appearance to set up the next one, which is Fast and Furious 10 Part 2.
Oh no! So Chase says that's clearly a spot that people line up and take pictures. I guess I could see that.
I could see that. Yeah,
I can see that. It's clearly something that's happening, and
it's a destination where they want to visit it. I want to go there, maybe buy a pop. I would say I bought a pop from the doghouse, or
I would like to visit it. I'm 100% behind it. I have his hoodie upstairs that's death row with the whole like doghouse. I'm a big Snoop fan. I've seen him live a couple of years ago, right before COVID. I'm a big Snoop fan. I just, for the life of me, when I seen that, I thought, just why? I mean, what was the? Just don't put yourself out there like that as a businessman. I mean, you don't have to anymore. You know what I mean? He could have put himself out there wearing boxers, and people would have lined up to take pictures. I mean,
who knows? It could be all Funko where they're buying his name and likeness, and please show up a couple times, but it's it's not necessarily his. They're paying him for it.
That could be very true. I mean, you're probably more right.
Where Funko makes all the decisions, it's not his call, it's their call, and he's cool with it because I'll show up and take a photo. I'll do a couple autograph signings, and it's your guy. It's your guy's bag.
That's right. He's like, oh, y'all are paying for it. I got you.
Yeah, it's up to you.
100%.
It's not my building. It's not my inventory.
Oh well, I was gonna bring this up for some reason it's not wanting to come up there, and there we go.
Yeah.
So Guardians of the Galaxy, they brought in the Flocked Cosmo. This is a pop that's going to be coming soon, I guess, is what I've seen. You've seen this one already?
Yeah.
You've heard the rumors that this one is coming?
Yes.
I'm not going to tell you anymore because I just recently went and watched this with my youngest daughter. We went and seen it the other day. It's a really good movie. But I am a huge Guardians fan. So
I love Guardians. I've loved all the Guardians. So I think I will enjoy this one. I'm sad to see it end because I think it's one of the best Marvel franchises, and I'd love to see maybe another Avengers type thing in the future with them. But obviously, I think.
Why do you think it's ending?
I think their contract is up, and I think that cast I think there's smart actors and actresses where it's like, we've done enough, kind of like Robert Downey Jr. or Chris Evans, where we've done enough of them. We're done.
So I'm not going to tell you.
But you never know. There's
not
enough
gonna
money.
I'm not going to tell you.
There's enough.
No, I'm just kidding. Not. I'm not going to spoil
Yeah,
it for
don't tell
you.
me. I
I'm not
hopefully
gonna.
this weekend I'll go see it.
I'm not going to spoil it for you, but I don't believe it's the last one by any means. Do I believe that it's the last one?
I hope not.
I, it's not. It's not the last one, but it was a really good movie. It had lots of cool stuff. I think that if you don't like stuff like Guardians, or if you don't like the Love and Thunder and Thor, you just don't like fun. I mean, because they're not meant to be taken real serious. They're lots of
I will
adult
say
humor.
I was not a fan of Thor: Love and Thunder.
Really? Why? You
I
just hate fun.
it didn't work for me. I didn't
just-
like I didn't find the humor in it. There's a few parts, but it was just, I don't like he was so much better in the first, that whatever it was, the third Thor movie.
You just hate fun. So
This one just
you just hate fun. That's all I
I don't know what
heard.
it was. It just didn't work for me. I'm just like, I
So
get it. It just didn't work.
That movie had some moments in it that just made me laugh until I was in tears, like when he snapped his fingers and all of his clothes like blew
Yeah.
off. I thought
There's some
that
good
was
parts. It's kind of like,
hysterical.
I put it to the, like, Will Ferrell. Will Ferrell for me is hit or miss. I like things he does, or I hate things he does.
Right.
There's no middle ground.
I'll agree with that. 100% I agree with that. I either love what Will Ferrell does or I hate what he does.
It's like Elf, fabulous. Days of Thunder, or whatever is the Ricky Bobby thing. I hate it.
Bobby's horrible. It was so bad that you have to watch it because it's like
the ice skating one. I liked it, and then like Anchorman.
So honestly, this is one of them that I see returning. I'm just going to let you see it to make your own decision. I will tell you that the movie is kind of slow for a little while there.
I've heard that, yeah. Yep.
It's a little slow, and then it picks up. Thank God it picks up, but it was a little slow. I'm going to be looking for this one. I really hope that they make this one in a cool Funko manner. I hope this one's done in a really cool. I haven't seen. Have you seen any of the like pictures of it or any of the renditions? No, I haven't either. I've seen zero renditions of it. I kind of just found this article today. I thought that this was really cool. This is one of them that I really do hope that I get to see coming up here soon. Did you know that they're already like bringing out the Halloween stuff?
Well, it's the Halloween stuff from last year.
Is it the Halloween stuff from last year? Are you serious?
Yeah, it didn't.
No.
It didn't. It didn't make it in time.
What?
So originally it was supposed to, they announced it a year ago or something, and then it was delayed. So a lot of the Halloween, it was like Treehouse of Horrors, the Simpsons, a couple other, they weren't going to make it until, originally January, February, and now it's only making it now. So this is technically the Halloween from last year.
So I guess I didn't know that. I guess I wasn't 100% like aware that this was the Halloween from last year. They're kind of cool. I'm going to bring them up anyway.
I like Halloween. I love Halloween.
I'm into Halloween to an extent. When I say to an extent, I'm into Halloween to an extent. So
yep.
Some of the Halloween stuff goes a little too far for me. So if it's cold, you probably need to add clothes. I mean, I'm just gonna put that out there. If it's cold outside, you should probably wear a little bit more. And then some of the really dark stuff, people wear kind of bothers me a little bit. But it to each their own. I don't care. Yep. I mean, to each their own. But it mentally bothers me a little bit. What do you think about this mini? This is supposed to be, now correct me if I'm wrong, this is a candy corn mini?
Candy corn, yeah.
Right, so that's
cute. If I had it would be an out-of-box thing for me, something to display. Not that I would buy it for that, but cute.
So these are pops that I think Chris will be going after, is because he's a Disney fan. He lives really close to Disney. I think that this is something that he'll be going after.
Disney loves Halloween. We know that.
Disney does love Halloween. Yep. They love Halloween a lot, which I've always wanted to go during Halloween, but I've always missed it.
It never worked in our. We went at Christmas. We did. I took the kids. A year and a half ago we went, but I've never pulled off a Halloween, because I would love to go there and Universal. which also loves.
God, I can't even believe you afforded it. It's with at the price that Disney is at right now.
This was when it wasn't full, like there was no meal plan and certain things weren't working, you know what I mean, available. And
So,
I tallied it. I kept a running tally just so at the end I could tell my wife and kids
how much did you spend?
everything, and we're talking literally everything: food, souvenirs, everything, airfare, hotel, 11.5 for 4 people.
11.
And we did it all. Like I built lightsabers, I built droids.
So,
We
I'm glad
did
you said that
everything.
because I'm looking at taking my family. Originally, I was thinking maybe I'd take them on a cruise for Christmas. I don't want to. All of my family's kind of older now. My youngest is about to turn 18. If that tells
Yep,
you
yep.
anything, everybody in my family is older now, and I'm starting to see
It's
grandbabies. Right? I mean,
nostalgic. And it was
right.
the first time I was at Disney probably for 15, 18, 20 years was my first time. And some things had that magic. And some things I thought had the magic for me years ago did not have the magic now. I tried. I hoped it did,
He said I tried.
but it
So
wasn't there.
So I thought maybe I would take everybody on a cruise. I looked at the
Yep.
cruises. I could book a really nice suite for like 12 grand. 12
Yep.
grand all in. I could book a
Yep.
really nice suite, would sleep the whole family, all 6 of us plus a grandbaby. And so it would just sleep all 7 of us. But then I thought, well, let's go to Disney. I thought, well, instead of like let's getting passports and let's going this route and maybe it'll be fun, maybe it won't because not all of us are 21. You know, there's
It was, I loved it, even though there's some things that didn't live up to it. And even though I couldn't do some things like we did, I wanted, because I didn't know if we'd do it again for my daughter. So, we ate at Cinderella's castle. We went
right.
to Beauty and the Beast castle for, a dinner, which both of those things were like buku. We went and we built lightsabers. We all know that's $200 some a pop. We had to do 2. We stayed at the yacht club, and so we did literally everything but a water park because they weren't really, all of them weren't open. And with souvenirs and trinkets and food without a meal plan. Now meal plans are back. I highly recommend do a meal plan. It was right at about 11.5 because the kids were like, "Oh, we go back." I said, "Listen," I said, "you can go to the beach and rent a nice house for 5 straight years for what Disney cost for
So
1 week."
that's where I was going. So I cited. I said, hey, why don't we just go to Disney instead of spending the 12 grand on a cruise? Let's just go to Disney. We'll build lightsabers. We'll go to Universal. We'll meet the Grinch. We'll go at the first week in December. That's the best week that I found to go. It'll be Christmas. They'll have their Christmas lights up. We'll go meet the Grinch. I want to meet the Grinch. We're looking at like $12,000. I mean, so it's you either go on a cruise or you go to, and I am just confused. Who can afford to go to Disney? How are all of these people at Disney?
Some people, like we know a couple people that go once a year. Now they have a certain whatever Disney thing that they do that with. But yeah, I mean, it's like Disney's no joke.
Insane. It's
And
just
there's
insane.
cheaper ways to do it. There's the meal plan. There's, if you go eat here, you do this, you do that. If you stay at this resort and not this resort, there's ways to make it cheaper. But for me, it was always about the whole Disney experience. And yeah.
To me, it's about the whole Disney experience too. So this candy corn reminds me a lot of the candy corn they came out with. I want to say that it was 2 years ago. I could be wrong. They came out with the candy corn. It was the artist made it. It sold out really fast. I missed this candy corn. Did you get that candy corn? I can't
I
even
did
remember.
not.
Okay,
But
so
this
it's
looks, I think in Disney, and Chris would know this, in Disney, I think that they made not this as a pop, but this same design as maybe like a dispenser or something like that.
I got you.
Because
So
there's a person I watch who does a lot of Disney and Universal, and I remember seeing that.
So they're pretty cool, and there's a few other ones that I wanted to talk about real quick. I mean, of course, they got all of the pins on there. They came out with the giant Loki,
I like
the
that. I like it.
Entertainment Earth
Yep.
exclusive. This is a pretty hot pop. I don't know that it's one of them that I'll be going after. I feel like they've kind of ran the Loki line into the ground, like
They
they've done a
haven't,
lot
but
of his extras.
obviously season 2 of Loki is coming, so maybe they're trying to get on that one.
They're probably trying to hype that up. You're 100%
I don't know if
correct
it's
on that.
I don't know if it's the fall or sometime early 2024, but they have filmed season 2 of Loki already.
I'm sure that that's what's going on. They're trying to hype up the Loki that's coming in. You know, it's funny that you say that because that used to be one of the things that you knew. Like so for example, if you knew that there was a new Guardians movie coming out based on the Guardians of the Galaxy stuff you started to see. So
Yep.
you would kind of start to see it funneling in Walmart. You'd say, "Oh, why do we have this Captain stuff?" Well, it's because there's a new Captain America that's about to be announced, right? I mean, so it's kind of funny. I didn't know that. I did not know that there was a
Yep,
Loki
they
2
did. I
coming.
don't know when it comes out, but I know they have filmed season 2 of Loki. Yep.
That's pretty cool. So I don't know where they'll go with season 2 though. Huh.
The
I did,
first one was cool. I'm a little past the whole multiverse thing. I think I've had enough of it, but we'll see.
I guess I didn't think, Simon, I truly appreciate you, brother, for dropping that one over there. I didn't think that they could have went. That was one of them.
Damn!
I didn't think that they could have went anywhere else with that one, Simon. We don't have the eggs going on. Of course, Chris isn't here. All of the eggs are sitting at Chris's house. I will make sure on the next live though that we pull some eggs for you. So I truly appreciate you, brother.
They'll go somewhere with it. It's like I haven't seen Ant-Man and the Wasp, and I know it's now on Disney Plus, so now I will sit and watch it. But yeah, I don't know where they're going to go with Loki season 2. I mean, obviously they'll do something to set up maybe a future movie. I've heard what the Marvels has been pushed back. I heard from summer to fall. I don't know if that's true. I heard that.
I believe that just because there's so much movies take so long to make now. I don't know if
And you
people
have a
understand.
writer's strike, so that's going on
Yes.
right now, and people are sort of like, I know the writer's strike has now affected the last season of Stranger Things, where they said even though they could do it, they're not writing it. It's not going to be ready, and we're not going to be able to start filming in the summer. So we're probably not going to see Stranger Things season 5 in 2024.
Yeah, so you're onto it with the writer's strike. I don't really understand. Like, help me out with that. When did everybody become a union of something? Because you have like the teachers unions, writers unions. You probably have a union for the union
Oh,
anymore.
probably.
When did all of these unions like sneak in, and why didn't we
I
know
think
about
they've
all of
always
these
been there, but there's never been unrest. And then it's kind of like, well, these people are getting this raise, we should get a raise. And then they don't. And then well, we're going on strike. And then you have actors and actresses who support them, and they're like, we're not going to work during this strike. And you have total unrest.
So movies take really long to make anymore, and I think that is going to inevitably be a downfall to Hollywood.
Anything with CGI, absolutely.
Everything takes forever to make anymore because we were kind of just going over that, like how The Rock said Vin Diesel would take 30 minutes to an hour to show up to shoot a 2 minute skit with him, that and it would take him forever to show up, and then when he got there, he would have an attitude. There's a lot of that goes on, and I I strongly believe at some point YouTube is going to start to take more and more away from Hollywood as you get more and more people with their phones making their own short films, or even getting a Black Dragon, because let's be honest, they're not 100% out of most people's reach. I mean, if you really wanted a $1,200 camera, you could go cut grass until you got a $1,200 camera.
You get it,
You could
yeah.
you could grab your lawnmower and work your neighborhood for the summer and get your $1,200 camera. I mean, let's be honest.
Mhm.
As technology gets better and better, and people get better and better with their phones and different
And it
cameras.
gets cheaper and cheaper.
That's right. As it keeps getting cheaper and it keeps becoming more available, I believe that YouTube people, and I want to say people, but content creators on YouTube will take more and more and more away from Hollywood, because a content creator, a good one, can produce. Look at Casey Neistat. He produced a movie a day
Oh, yeah.
for like 5 years.
Yeah.
For like
Very
5 years, he did a
Super
movie a
talented guy.
day. So let's say that he didn't do a movie a day. Let's say that he did one a month. He could pop out a movie a month. Hollywood takes years to pop out a singular movie, and at some point, I think they're gonna lose their.
It's less. Well, you already see Hollywood. We're like, you know what? We can pump out a 6-8 episode show that's making us more money than this movie. We can knock it out quicker. Let's go that route.
Right. It's look. I seriously see that their inability to get things out
And
with
the actors are with it. You're seeing big name actors willing to do these, 6-8 episode shows on Prime and Apple and all these. Let's do it. And then they get, people are loving it. It gets great reviews. They make money, and it's why not do that? And you're seeing. I mean, Harrison Ford is doing an Apple show, and Elizabeth Olsen just did whatever, that woman that killed her best friend with the axe, and
I haven't scrolled through here in a while, but this is the next one that I wanted to talk about because you had kind of brought this up. The Trailer Park Boys.
I had never seen it, but it has got one heck of a cult following, and there is probably one of the most iconic characters from the Trailer Park Boys.
What is the Trailer Park Boys?
It's a show, and this pop doesn't do him justice to what he really looks like on the show. I've heard great people love it. I've never sat down and watched it.
What is this? So it's Canadian actors. I'm just going to assume that it was filmed in Canada because it's Canadian actors. I've never seen the show. I'm trying to all today.
How many episodes, how many seasons they did, but I know there's some iconic characters and certain people love it.
All day today, I've been trying to wrap my brain around the idea that their name is Trailer Park Boys. I've been trying to and what could a show of Trailer Park Boys actually be about? I've been trying to wrap my brain around that. Chase kind of added to the conversation we were having a second ago. He said in drones under $500. So I have a mini DJI. It's the DJI Mini. It's, I think when I bought it, it was like $699, maybe $7, shoots in 4K. This thing, I can fly it until you can't see it anymore. I mean, it could disappear, come right back to me. I want to say that it's goes 1,200 feet in the air. You're only supposed to go 300, but you can unlock it and go further than that if you want. It's crazy. The price that you can get stuff at now is absolutely insane. You've never watched this either.
I've never watched it. I do like how they put the mouth on him though.
What is it about?
I got no idea.
What do you mean? I didn't even notice the mouth. You said something. What is this? Is this on Netflix or something? Can I see
where you can find it now? I'm sure you can find it somewhere.
I'm going to have to go see if I can find an episode of this to see.
I've heard it's kind of like those. You're gonna like it or you're not gonna like it. It's one of those type of shows.
You're gonna like it or you're not gonna like it. Yeah. I probably won't like it then.
If you like the certain comedy, then you're gonna like it. Yeah,
it probably won't do it for me then.
It's kind of like what they refer to like Raising Arizona. That black kind of comedy is what I've heard. It's like. I don't know. Maybe Simon has seen it. Someone's seen it, but
if somebody's seen it, throw a comment over there and tell us what we're missing, because I just have to know what I'm missing. This dude has a cigarette in his mouth,
and a gun. Which is surprising that Funko's going that route. They're being a little bit more risque.
Ooh, he does have a gun in his hand. And it does not say 18 or older. Is it 21 and older? 21 and older?
We've gotten sort of risque. There's an Office Pop where it's kind of blacked out of her chest, and we had the J with no pants, which is the NFT, which is now coming. People are getting their hands on that. That has his junk hanging out, but it's blurred out. So they're getting a little bit more risque.
Yeah, I mean, and you had the Blink 182.
Blink 182.
They had to blur over their bras.
Yep. And their butts are exposed.
I have that set. I love that set, by the way. That's one of my favorite sets. I love how they did the pixelated blur. I thought that was really cool. Simon says that it's definitely like a niche. He says that he's seen them all. I mean, so it must be a pretty cool show. I mean, I'm gonna have to look it up and
it's definitely worth a try. It's one of those ones that sits on the back burner, and it never comes. The next time I think about doing it, there's some other show that I'll watch.
He just says that it's about 3 guys living in a trailer park addicted to drugs and alcohol. Look, so when I seen this one though, when you pointed that out, I thought to myself, the cocaine bear. Do you remember the cocaine bear?
Yes, and I've
The
seen
co-
the movie.
I have not seen the movie. I
Don't
can't like I
worry.
can't
It is I would
I
put it as it's not one of the movies that's so bad it's good. It's one of the movies that's so bad it's really bad.
So it's one of the movies that remind me of the Blair Witch Project. Do you remember that?
Yes, I remember Blair
We're
Witch.
probably about the same age. We
Yep.
probably seen that as we were like young kids.
I remember watching Blair Witch and I'm like, what the hell am I watching?
Yeah, so the Blair Witch Project was one of those films that was just really bad, right? It was
Yes.
a really bad shot. It was a really bad storyline. But they sold it in the marketing of the film as it
Yeah,
was
they did
it
great. They
really
made a
happened.
killing. They
It
even made a
really
sequel.
happened, right?
Yeah.
They made you believe that it really happened, right? And then they kind of brought it into the movies, and that's what they tried to sell this on. And I guess that's why I didn't like Bite right away, is they tried to sell it on, well, it really happened. You're telling me that somewhere in the wherever BFE that this happened, that some bag of cocaine fell onto this bear's property, and the bear, being a bear, decided to eat this bag of cocaine. I'm calling bullshit. I mean, hey.
The movie, supposedly there is a true story, but the movie embellished to a exponential level.
So animals in general are not like humans.
No.
So humans will consume things knowing that they're bad for them.
Mhm.
Animals won't do this. Animals will smell something, and if they inherently know that it's bad for them, they won't indulge in it.
Yep.
So then that's why I said I call BS is because my dog, my diesel, and I know you've seen him, my bulldog.
Yep.
He takes everything that you put in his mouth, and he won't eat it. He sits it on the floor. He smells it, and then if it passes his smell test, then he will consume it. And I have given him things that you would think he would like, and he'll walk away from them, like a Dorito. You would think that he'd love a Dorito. He'll put the Dorito in his mouth. He'll set it down. He'll take a sniff, walk away. I believe that he knows there's something in that Dorito that's bad for you, and that he won't go after it because he knows that this is not a consumable item. I'm just putting it out there that nature doesn't normally like
Cocaine Bear was very bad. Do not waste your time.
Nature doesn't normally mess with things that are bad for you. They normally stay pretty far away from it just doesn't normally happen.
I will say though that it had some. I mean, that was Ray Liotta's really last piece that he ever did, and I think the lady that wrote it or maybe helped write it and direct it was Elizabeth Banks, who you're gonna remember her from. I mean, she's done a lot of movies. So.
Yeah. I can't make myself watch it. It's one of them that I can't make myself do it. I think that
I made my wife watch it, and I'm like, let's just do it. It's I'm not gonna go to the theater to see it, but it's here. Let's watch it. And it was bad.
So it's like, so smell it, snort it. That's the situation. So, you figured it out. He snorted it, and he said, "All right, next we're gonna have." Hold on, I like this one. Next we're gonna have meth gator.
That is actually true. I'm not joking.
What
That
do
is
you mean?
that's
No, it's
coming.
not.
That's coming.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
What is a?
Yes, it is.
What?
I'm not joking. That movie's coming.
No, it's not. What is
Yes,
the
it
meth gator? What is like the gator found?
It is really coming.
What?
They're really doing it.
No,
it's
it's
gonna
not.
They said it's gonna be like a Sharknado type thing. Yeah, it's meth gator. Yeah. Yeah. Get ready. It's coming.
What's the gator gonna do?
I don't know.
What's he gonna do? He gonna bust your door down? What's he gonna like nose it?
I have heard this at work, but yes, they are doing this meth gator thing. Yeah.
No, they're not.
I
refuse to believe it. A meth gator. Oh, that's gonna be good. That's just messed up. He said the meth gator. There's no meth gator coming. Oh, that is too funny. That is too funny. There's no meth gator. He said the gator with the meth heads down in Florida.
Get ready,
Next-
it's coming. It's coming to a
Next, you're
TV
gonna have a
near you.
fentanyl ferret. You're gonna have fentanyl ferrets next.
They have all that stuff down. I mean, Florida's no joke. They got you name it, it's down there in Florida.
He said you damn Florida people be feeding meth to your gators. No wonder the football team is so good. All right, I gotta get past that. Let me get past that. Have you seen this new Hot Topic exclusive? That's
I have seen this one. I like SpongeBob. I don't like the shirt, but I like I like SpongeBob. Meth Gator, baby. Meth Gator.
I'm trying to just get past it. I can't wait to see this shit. That damn gator. What's it gonna do? It's gonna climb the tree. You're not safe anywhere. You're not safe in the trees. No.
Oh yeah. Meth Gator, telling you.
Right. Hashtag meth gator. Gator's gonna be chasing your ass.
I'm telling you, I'm right here. It is. You can't see it right there. It is.
I found it.
Oh wait, hold on. Where'd it go?
Uh,
Right here it is.
hold on. Here we go.
Right there it is. Movie 2023 Attack of the Meth
Hold on.
Gator.
You tap in meth, and the first thing that comes up is meth gator.
That's what it is.
All
Yeah.
right. Here we go. Hold on.
It's coming out in 2023. It's
Here we
Meth
go.
Gator.
What is this shit? Hold on. Here you go. Meth gator.
There it is. I told you it's coming.
Next is fentanyl ferrets. I'm telling you. Fentanyl ferrets is coming next. Meth gator. Attack of the meth gator is coming in 2023. It's a
Horror
comedy.
comedy.
It's a comedy. Meth gator is a Tennessee police warning flushing drugs.
No, man.
He flushed the drugs. He flushed the drugs and it got a gator. Oh my god. All right. Gotta get off this one. Let's slow that one down. All right. Don't flush drugs, guys. You might get a gator.
Especially in Florida.
Especially in Florida. Those poor gators don't know what to do.
And then what else is down there in Florida? They got poisonous everything.
All right. So SpongeBob kind of has a special place in my heart.
I like SpongeBob, yes. And it's all the pops are really cool with SpongeBob. I like it.
So my oldest daughter was obsessed with SpongeBob. We watched every episode so many times that I could tell you when the episodes were repeating. And even to this day, I can watch episodes and like give you the words before they're coming in 90% of all of the episodes that we watch, because they kind of stay on this rolling like rotation. And every once in a great blue moon, you'll get a new one, but it doesn't happen very often. So because of that, I used to sit in front of the TV and we would watch SpongeBob. And my oldest sister used to give me a really hard time about letting my daughter watch SpongeBob, but I didn't really care what she had to say. So we would watch SpongeBob. I'm going to go after these. And you know how to know if your Hot Topic has a drop coming, right? I mean, I
Yeah.
think I've said this enough. If you'll follow your local Hot Topic on Instagram, they will actually post the night before. It's kind of a Hot Topic policy. They just won't post the Funko Pop, so they'll post like whatever what Squishmallow they have
Yep.
coming
Yep.
out,
Yep.
or whatever thing they have coming out the previous day that's
I
normally
think you
pretty
can.
limited.
I don't think it's out yet, but I think you can pre-order it on Hot Topic on the website.
Right. I didn't know this one was up for pre-order already.
I think it is. Yeah, but don't worry if you guys missed the pre-order and it sells out and it's not in your local store. Make sure you check Funko.com. It'll be there.
Wait a few days and it'll be on Funko.com as well.
But
So
this is a cool one. I like it. I'm not going to go for it, but I do like it.
this is 100% one of them that I'm going to go for. I'm not going to go out of my way to get it. I don't think that I'm going to have to rush down to pick it up. I'll probably just get it online, to be honest with you, because I still am a believer that the hunts are things of the past. I think hunt videos are the thing of the past. A question that I kind of asked the group, and I'll ask everybody in the chat right now: what is some other like store exclusive collectibles that you collect, or not that you'd collect, but you see other people collecting? What are some of them that you've seen?
So the big thing I see with stores and people that have success looking for them are like wrestling figures, which are
Wrestling
limited to
figures.
certain stores. So people do hunts for wrestling figures because the online for wrestling figures is a little different. Walmart cancels orders, they don't ship on time. So there's certain ones that are exclusive to Walmart, certain ones exclusive to Target. So I see a lot of people do those. I think the same thing can be said for some of the Star Wars Black Series, and there's some Lego sets I know are exclusive to certain
Really?
stores. Yeah.
Guess I didn't know that.
So those are, I think, when people do hunts, the pop wall, the NECA is always one that's kind of like, it's dead. But other ones, there's a couple of people I see do hunt videos, and what they do is like wrestling figures and Marvel Legends and Star Wars Black Series and Legos that are limited to certain stores.
So I guess I'll start looking into that. I know that Lego just dropped a line, but we're not going to talk about the line that Lego just recently dropped. But they just recently dropped like an alphabet line that is very controversial, if you ask me.
Yep.
But that's just if you ask me. To each their own. My wife has this saying that she taught me a long time ago: is don't yuck someone else's yum. So I try not to like yuck. To each their own. If that's what you're into, that's what you're into. What do you have going on next week? I know you got some cool stuff going on next week.
Honestly, I'll be honest, with videos, sometimes I do it on Sunday. I'll go and watch what I did because I work ahead. So I have videos like ready to go all the way up through first week of July, like set, done, boom, there it's there.
Oh God, I'm not that organized. I am not that organized. I need to be that. I used to be that organized, but
I always told myself that, I would make it to 4 years on YouTube, and I would make it to doing 4 years doing the weekly Sunday giveaways, and then I would change things. But I haven't felt the desire to do it yet.
I understand. I mean, don't change it if it's not broke. Don't fix it if it's not broke.
I do it because I still enjoy it. So I do mystery boxes because I still enjoy them. It is a lot harder to dump things and get rid of things that you don't want, that don't fit. So it's a lot harder, but I still enjoy it. So, but yeah, I work ahead. Like now I don't know. Now that the daughter's dance is kind of over, I would sit in the parking lot and stuff, and I would work on videos while she's at dance.
Right.
And I got a lot done during the week. And now that that's over, we'll see. But I've worked ahead where I'm literally, I think I have videos ready to go through July 7th or 10th, something like that.
Well, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I'm not that organized. I used to be that organized, but I haven't got that organized in a long time. Quick Draw says that the big box stores are dead, but the small collectible shops are not. So I don't really know if that's true or not, because I don't really have any of those. My closest Target's like an hour away.
There used to be a YouTuber that was local to me, and Invalid Unboxed was his name. He might still have videos out there. A tremendous like collector. He actually opened a store, and I went to his store, and it was kind of cool. But other than that, there's one comic book store local to me, and they hate Funko, so they don't do it.
Yeah,
there's another toy store that can't. They would love to deal with Funko, but they can't. It doesn't work.
I don't.
The deal that Funko wants to sign is it's too much for them.
Yeah, I don't have one. I mean, I just I don't have any of those that are close to me. I've I've wanted to find some of the places that still have some really old pops that are sitting there that has dust on them that nobody's bought in forever. Because I did see a video not too long ago of somebody found a grill that was sitting in a comic book shop that had probably been there 100 years. Maybe that would be fun, but it's look at my closest Target's an hour away. I mean, so that tell you anything. I live in the middle of nowhere. I'm happy living in the middle of nowhere because before that I was living just outside of Atlanta. So I mean, I'm happy with living in the middle of nowhere versus that rat race. Come on, what do you got going on next week? Give us some leaks. What do you got? You go live on Sunday. We always see you live on Sunday. Every Sunday.
Live Sunday for now. I've sort of backed off on the guests. You know, I've sort of everyone asks, and I'm like, well, I know I've had a lot of people. There's a few more people I'd like to get on, but I have to be in the right mindset to bring a guest on, and I haven't been in that headspace in a while. So I can go shorter. So if I go by myself, I go 45 minutes and I'm done.
Right.
Where if I bring a guest on, I'm 11 at night. So
I like them going about an hour and a half. An hour and a half is like my favorite place to go.
Yeah.
What kind of videos you got coming up next week or this week or?
I think I have. I've been doing a lot of autographs. A lot of autographed Funko Pops is my bag lately. I'm trying to complete The Office and Stranger Things, like signed pops it's my jam. So I think I have another one of those. I'm literally one signed Funko Pop away from The Office. One away.
That is pretty cool.
But it's one of the hardest ones to find. So unfortunately, there was one that was up on eBay, and I actually bid it all the way up to $1,000.
You were
I didn't win it.
You were going after it and lost it.
I was going. Well, it was like, I cannot believe somebody is after this all the way to 400. Come on. And then I think about it. Let's go 5. And then I got so irritated. Oh, I'm just going to go 1,000. And the person even went higher than that.
They deserve it.
You know what? It's yours.
They should have had it at that price. That's right. It is yours at that price. I'm just going to let you have it. I'm going to back completely out and let you have it. Well, Andrew,
I got limits to what I'll do. So,
Andrew, I truly appreciate you coming on and hanging out with us.
I appreciate it. I enjoyed it. I love it. Chris, feel better.
Take it easy, guys. We will catch y'all next time. See you next week.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special report.
Sometimes the easiest things to do take the longest amount of time to get done. I don't know if anybody's ever noticed that, but before we get out of here real quick, guys, don't forget to go check our channel memberships out. These are both very new features to Mr. TechBot and myself, but we're both very proud that we have made it to this point. So go check out our memberships. The link should be down in the description below. If it's not down in the description below, you should be able to go to any one of our videos and it'll be down in the description below. So make sure you go check that out. It's super cool, fun way to get interactive with the channel. You'll get some really cool icons, some really cool emojis you can drop over in that super chat. You can drop over there in that chat so that you can flex on everybody a little bit. And don't forget that any and all super chats will go down in the description after this video is over. Give us 15, 20, maybe even 30 minutes to get it down in there. I mean, we might not be able to do it right away. You know, we've got to eat dinner and still hang out with our family, but we truly appreciate all of you guys, and we look forward to seeing you soon. Have a good one.